think I'm going to go to school to be a medical laboratory technician. And he goes, what is that? And I'm like, basically, if you pee it, poop it, lose it, squirt it, secrete it, I'm going to test it. Okay.
You gonna test it?
Yeah. He goes, okay. These advanced science classes was kind of hard. And then on top of that, that was 3 years ago. So I was 38, 39 years old trying to go back to school. The GPA that was close to my goal. I was quite happy about that. But I didn't think I was going to pass that state board because the massage state board, the MLEX was difficult enough.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about test results and patient outcomes and taking a test over that. Um, so, um, yeah, I knew I wasn't going to pass the exam. So then my program director at the time told me that I was not. She didn't necessarily say it this way, but she said it in a roundabout way. She basically said, "You're not smart enough to take the ASCP exam, so we're going to set you up for the AMT exam because it's a lot easier, and we'll think you'll pass that one better." Well, Elmira, you know me. You tell me I can't do something.
You're gonna go for it.
Right, exactly. So they paid for me to take the AMT exam. I paid for the ASCP exam. I passed the AMT exam with a 78 out of a possible 100, and the minimum score to pass the ASCP was at the time 420, and I made a 511 on that exam.
Oh
So
my
I didn't only
goodness.
pass one exam, I passed both exams. Yeah, yeah.
And when
So
did you do that? What year was that?
so that would have been 23. That would have been,
Okay.
actually, I'll tell you the exact date. July 9th, 2023, I passed the AMT exam. July 19th, 2023, I passed the ASCP exam. Yeah, yeah. So, um, I did not necessarily want to work in a hospital because
Mm-hmm.
My two favorite subjects whenever I was in school was molecular and microbiology. Oh, and I will tell you, in my microbiology class, my instructor allowed me to bring um, culture material to the massage room. So I went around the massage room and swabbed in the school because at that time, while I was in micro, I was teaching hygiene, and I was like, oh, this will be a perfect um, little thing to get them to realize they have to wash their hands, they have to sanitize, you know.
Yeah.
So I went. It was at the end of a clinic day. So the students had been in the clinic. They supposedly cleaned, and then they left. And when they left, I went into all three massage rooms and I started swabbing.
Mm. What you find?
Oh, girl, I will never like. I'm not gonna say I will never get a massage again, but every time I get a massage, I cringe. There's
Why?
Klebsiella oxytosa or Klebsiella oxytosa, which is the cousin to E. coli. So that's straight from the booty. Straight from the booty. And
Okay, where you find that at? Like, where was that in the massage space?
it was in the lotion.
Wait a minute. How?
Yeah. So you're sitting there and you're massaging the glute, and then you reach back and pump. You wipe your hand on the nozzle of that pump. So the bacteria has now went from your hand into the nozzle, and now it's traveling down into the bottle with that. Yeah, like I literally opened the cap, stuck the Q-tip down into the lotion bottle, and that's how I got the sample. So the entire bottle was contaminated. Now, what I should have done, I don't think that I ever went to check the main source, but it could have been from the main source. Someone may have not washed their hands after a massage and went and dipped out of
Yeah,
the
the
main
main bottle or
5
whatever.
gallon barrel of
Yep.
massage. Right, exactly. And so that might have been the source of the contamination as well. But it was so disgusting. I went back to Angela Poe, the program director, and I was like, this is what I found in our massage rooms. She literally canceled clinic the rest of that week. We threw away all of the lotion and ordered brand new lotion. The students had to go through and literally Clorox everything in the in the clinic because I mean it was disgusting. I was like, this is not right. Like we're teaching you guys sanitation for a reason, and this right
Right.
here is why. Because I mean, think about it. If you introduce E. coli's cousin to a wound, that's going to be a nasty infection.
Yeah, that's no good at all. We do not need that.
Right. Right. So, so that was a fun little experiment that I did with them. But whenever I graduated, I was trying to get in some micro labs, but at the time there wasn't really any micro labs happening. Now, also keep in mind, I started lab school when COVID was still going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I started in August of 2021. So COVID was still kind of people were still kind of sketchy. Um, People were still wearing masks at that time. It wasn't necessarily mandated, I don't believe. Yes, it was not mandated because I remember sitting in classes and we didn't have to have our masks on. But we did
Gotcha.
at the time. They were requiring us to have the COVID vaccines and all of that stuff. Um, and yeah, I don't know, it was crazy. And then also at the time, we kind of got suckered into false pretenses as well because we were seeing all these 20 grand sign-on bonuses. So we were getting really excited for graduation because we thought we were going to hit, a payday once we got a job because people were offering these huge sign-on bonuses, even with no experience. They were
Mm-hmm.
offering huge sign-on bonuses. And when we graduated, nobody was offering sign-on bonuses. The only sign-on bonus you could get was at like an HCA hospital, and it was $7,500,
Mm.
which they still kind of offer
Now.
that same thing.
So then what did you end up doing? What kind of position were you able to get?
Yes. So molecular was the other thing that I wanted to do. Now molecular is a bunch of like PCR kind of stuff, and basically what that is we have primers that are that link up to specific sections of DNA, and molecular is kind of like the future of micro.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get sick, um, I don't know, you get sick with pneumonia, right? Before, they had to spend 24 hours growing the culture, and then it took another 24 hours to try to figure out which medication is going to be able to unalive that bacteria. So it might be, and that's if the bacteria grew. So it might be, 48 to 72 hours before you ever were able to start true treatment in order to start healing from your pneumonia or whatever. Well, molecular goes in and looks for DNA. A lot of the COVID tests were kind of a molecular test, like the ones that you send off, not the ones in the kit, but the ones that you send off were the molecular test, and that's why they would say you could still test positive for up to 6 months after the infection, and that's just because those DNA fragments are still in your body, and that's what we're looking for is DNA. So, whereas
You,
micro,
you are blowing my mind. I'm like,
yeah,
you really?
micro can say yes, you are infected. This is what you have. Micro can say, or molecular can say, well, the DNA is there. We don't know if it's a current infection or a past infection.
Mm.
Yeah,
But how
it's
can
like
you determine if it's a current infection or something past?
so the only way to do that would be to do a micro culture and take 24 hours to grow it in the lab. But because the DNA is there, we can also go, okay, we know the DNA is there. We know that based off of this DNA, we know that this medication is going to be best suited to treat it. We can go ahead and start your treatments, and then while we're waiting on that culture to come back,
Yeah.
to see how advanced, because you could be at the start of the infection, you could be at the end of the infection, and in
Hey
most
Tamasha,
infections,
what's up? I'm talking to KC over here on TikTok, but just didn't want to ignore you. Say what you were saying about the culture.
so the culture we can tell based on how many colonies of bacteria grow. We can tell um, where you're at in the infection. Well, kind of. If a lot of colonies grow, we know you're like in the peak of the infection. If not a lot of colonies grow, you're either on the tail end of the infection, your body is fighting it off, or you're at the very beginning of the infection. There's always like this bell curve kind of thing where the bacteria starts out really low and then it goes up and peaks, and then the body's like really fighting the infection, and then it starts coming back down and it goes back down low again.
Yeah.
So we don't know what side of the curve you're on, but whenever it's a low colony count, but we know that it's low, and so something is going on. So yeah, but
Ye-
so I've transitioned from women's health, and eventually worked my way over in 3 years. I've worked my way over to oncology, and now I do next generation sequencing, where we look for genetic mutations in DNA and determine what specific type of mutation you have for your cancer, what your specific cancer mutation is.
So, what have you been, and for everybody there on YouTube and Instagram, we're actually having a good conversation with one of my massage friends, KC, about his molecular oncology career. And plus, y'all see that DJ T-Rexx is over here doing something with the wires. He's always working on the wires, so he got the drill out for those of you on YouTube. That's what's happening. But this is the real life behind the scenes as we prepare for this show on the 29th. So Casey, what have you found with this working in the oncology? Because we hear, especially from a massage perspective, we often hear what we can do as a massage therapist, which I don't think is as advanced as what you've been able to see with the DNA and the molecules. And what have you noticed and what have you learned?
So that's kind of a difficult question.
I know it's probably a lot, right?
Yeah, it is, but it isn't. And I say that because, I never truly, I guess, understood exactly what cancer was until I started working in the oncology lab. Um, Basically, at the most simplest form, cancer, all it is a rogue cell that during mitosis, when the DNA was being transcribed, there was a typo basically. And typically during that typo, the body has a gene, there's a segment on a chromosome somewhere that says, okay, you've made this typo and now you need to go through apoptosis, which is cellular unaliving. And that cell basically just says, screw you, I'm not doing that. I'm going to continue, and there's nothing you can do about it. So then that one cell that has the genetic mutation becomes 2 cells, and then 4 cells, and then 8 cells, and so on. And now
How do they, because I would love to hear your perspective on this, how do they go from the 2 to the 4 to the 6 to the 8 and then just keep multiplying?
Yeah, so one cell becomes 2 cells, and then those 2 cells go through mitosis and become 4 cells. Those 4 cells go through mitosis and become 8 cells. So it's constantly kind of doubling. Every time those cells go through mitosis, it doubles basically in size. And then, the one thing that I also never understood was, how did cancer migrate from one area of the body to another? Back when you and I went to massage school, there was a common misconception of, if you're massaging someone, then because you're introducing oxygen, that's how it grows. And while part of that is true, oxygen sugar does make cancer grow, massage is not necessarily going to promote that growth per se. But the way that cancer metastasizes and moves from one location to another is eventually those cells break off and travel through the bloodstream or whatever. They travel through the body because, even in interstitial fluid, that fluid is still moving because interstitial fluid becomes lymph fluid, which becomes plasma in your bloodstream. So eventually, it'll break off, it'll travel, and then wherever it lands, that's where it lands. For example, the hardest thing that I'm going through right now, Jason's sister, whom I absolutely adore, one of his sisters, whom I absolutely adore, just found out that not only does she have lung cancer, but she has brain cancer at the same time.
What?
And the way that her cancer happened is it started out in the lung. She is a heavy smoker. It started out in the lung, and basically a piece of that has transferred out of the lung, and because the lungs are so close to the spine, it traveled into the spinal column and up into the brain, where she got her tumor. And had it not been for a headache and her demanding an MRI because her headache was so bad, she would have never known about the lung cancer. She would have never known about anything. And basically, the headache is what saved her life. And I say it saved her life because the lung cancer is not a main priority right now for the doctors. The brain cancer is. The brain cancer is very aggressive at this stage. And so they're doing radiation treatments almost every day in order to try to shrink and combat the brain tumor. So
How is she doing, like in terms of her, like her care and everything?
so treatment has just started.
Gotcha.
Just starting. I think it's actually starting this week. But the one thing that I will notice between, my mom, she had breast cancer back in 2020, and then my Aunt Cheryl just recently passed away from breast cancer. And I will tell you that based off of watching both of them go through their treatments and battle that, both of them went into it with two totally different mindsets. My mom was very positive. I'm going to get through this. We're going to kick cancer's ass.
Yeah.
My Aunt Cheryl went through it as woe is me. This is what's wrong today. This is what's wrong yesterday. This happened. She was constantly woe is me. And I think the two different mindsets kind of shows how our body is going to handle disease. Um, so yeah, my mom, she got through cancer. Now I will say her cancer has came back, and she's not doing chemo again. They're doing hormone blockers this time, which is opening
Gotcha.
up a whole nother can of worms. But treatment is working for her, and she's still being very positive. I'm okay. I'm great. We're gonna get through this. So.
DJ T-Rexx, what you doing over there? I seen you working. Tell the people what you doing.
I was just working on some wiring under my computer desk.
What are you rewiring?
My DJ controller, taking out some cords that weren't being used.
Gotcha. Yeah, he always working on something over here. Rewiring something. Yeah, yeah, that's a lot. Like with your mom, like you said, it's the mindset, it's the outlook. You can change your prognosis, and I saw that with people in my family. Like one of my uncles, he had cancer, and he was just positive about it. Like he would even send us all letters, detailed letters about like what you're talking about, the studies and what you do. He would say they found my count was this week, or last treatment I did. He was just so open about it, open and positive, that when it came to his treatment, his how he did his life, he just he fared so much better than anybody else that I know.
Hmm. Well, prostate cancer, that one is a serious one,
What makes
especially
that
for
more
this.
serious?
Just typically because most men won't go get their prostate checked because they don't want their booty hole touched.
Yeah.
So they don't go get it checked. They don't. Um, Also, most men do not go to the doctor when they should. Um, they won't. I don't know. I guess it's not manly to go to the doctor, so they typically won't go to the doctor. And so, therefore, the cancer is able to progress without treatment. And then, usually, whenever it's caught, it's too late, and there's nothing that the doctors can do about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. We even saw it in the massage space. Like some men didn't even want to get a massage.
Right, exactly.
until the pain was that bad where I needed the massage. Like now my back done broke down and I can't walk.
Right.
It's like,
Right. And
okay.
typically one massage isn't
No.
gonna do anything. I mean, it might lessen it for a couple of hours, but it's gonna come right back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, muscular re-education that you gotta go through, and at that point I wouldn't say it's too late at that point as far as that goes, but I mean it's too late for just one massage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got a question for you about that because after COVID, and because that's what you're talking about, how you change your career path and you change like your lifestyle really after COVID. How did COVID affect you and like your relationships with people?
Um, it really it really didn't. So I'm a loner anyways, I'm already like an awkward person.
Yes.
So having I'm not one that I don't really stay in touch with a lot of people. I always say I have more acquaintances than true friendships because um, like me and you, for example, we haven't talked for at least 3
Years.
years,
Yeah.
at least minimum 3 years. I mean, I'm gonna say it like this, but I don't mean it as bad. I've stalked you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've kept up with what you're doing, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have to talk to you every day or whatever. And
What's
it's
your
always nice to
I got
get more
something real quick to
attention.
do as you talk, Casey. When's your birthday again?
January 4th.
How did I forget you had a January birthday? Okay. Okay, DJ T-Rexx, did you just hear that? January 4th birthday. We got to do some science on the January 4th birthday.
Oh,
Did you
um,
hear? So we got to break down. What year were you born again?
85.
I do this thing now called, I don't know, have you heard about cardology?
No.
I'm going to actually tell you, you can keep talking. I'm going to tell you what your birth card is and what it means because it's something associated with your birthday. So you can
Oh,
keep talking. Yeah, it's a cool thing that I do. Let me just break it down because I'm breaking it down for the people on Instagram, people on TikTok, and people on YouTube. So, what cardology is, it reveals a lot about who you are as a person energetically, not so much. You know how with the astrology it might say, okay, you're a Virgo sun sign, you're a Gemini, you're a da 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 da. Cardology actually hones that down more specific because your birthday has a specific energy that coordinates with the 52 deck of cards. So,
oh,
just to give a synopsis for everybody listening, the spades, which you are, the spades represent spiritual consciousness. So that's why you're so intrigued with the oncology and getting to the root of all of these issues. I could have also seen you maybe as a mental card. So let's move to that. That will be a club in the deck. So the clubs are all about mental thinking, mind, the mindset. We were talking about mindset earlier. Then, of course, we have the hearts, which is love, affection, emotions, those types of people. Just to kind of give a general nature of that, Michael Jackson, Ten of Hearts. That's why he did the Heal the World and all that type of stuff. So then we come down to the diamonds, which is all about the money, which is about money, material things. That's my card. I'm a seven of diamonds, which is the millionaire card, which if you know KC, you can tell everybody on here. I help bring people alive. If I'm around somebody, I can make you money. I can give you an
yes.
idea. I can give you a money making idea. I can boot you up. I can even when we was working at the massage bar, we was making money. Me and you see where I'm going. So that's my card. So I'm gonna find out what your card is. I know it's a spade, but I'm doing it now to see exactly which spade you are. This is interesting. And then because the cardology is similar to tarot, so there's a card here that coordinates with the tarot cards. And you can look at your individual 13 card spread for the year. Plus, there's something else cool. You can operate on the card of the day as well, which I got to look up. Let me tell everybody what the card of the day is, because I haven't been keeping up with it. I know it's like a diamond card today, but I don't know what, because I've used this in business, like to decide if I want to partner with a certain person, because you can do partner cards where you are able to see, okay, we could do something. Let's say me and KC, should we do this business deal? Should we go into business together? Should we sign this contract together? Those types of things. Should I date this person? The cardology will reveal that. It's kind of cool, more than your astrology, your zodiac sign. So today is, what's today's, the 16th? So today, oh, interesting. Let me tell you something interesting. It's not by chance we talked today, Casey. Let me tell you something cool. So today is a 10 of clubs. What the 10 of clubs, anytime you have a 10 is about balance. I would call this the 10 kind of the androgynous. That's why Michael Jackson is a 10. That's why Prince is a 10. That's why Shakira is a 10. People like that are a 10. 10 of clubs, basically, when you look at this, the 1, that's the masculine, just like the phallus, the penis. Then when you look at the 0, that's the vagina. So you got a balance of masculine and feminine energy. So today is a 10 of clubs. What it is saying, the energy of today until midnight, everybody, use the energy of today. It's saying you're going to be balanced mentally. If you felt like you've been being off balance, you've been trying to make a decision. We just had the eclipse. Today is a good day to make that decision, or to at least go in the direction of the decision, because it's about balance. It's like Prince was a 10. The 10 is not just a perfect 10. It is that. It provides balance with everything that you do. So today is a good day for that. But let's get back to your card, January 4th. You are a 10 as well, but you're not a 10 of clubs. You are a 10 of spades, which means you have balanced energy when it comes to spirituality. So let me describe what that means for you. You are not going to be the person who fights somebody down about being an atheist or a Buddhist or a Christian or a Muslim. You're going to be, okay, if you want to believe that, you believe that. If you believe that, you believe that. Oh, you want to go that route? I'll let you go that route. I'm not saying I got to do it, but you're going to be open to everybody's spiritual beliefs. And
100%.
What you say?
100%. That is me to a T.
You would actually, you know what just came to me? You would actually make a good, what I call a new minister. You could have a church, but it wouldn't be like a normal church. It would be, I'm just giving it a name for the sake of this. You could call it the Church of KC or the Church of Knowledge or whatever. I'm just giving it a name because at that church, you would set a new system, a balanced way of spiritual consciousness. You could even teach massage there. You could teach molecular oncology. You could teach DNA. You could teach whatever you wanted because that's how you do. People would listen to you because you allow them to come into a space where they can find a balance on their spirituality. That's your card. Your card says it, 10 of spades. I don't even know no other 10 of spades. Yeah, but I know you.
I'm a come as you are and be yourself 100% kind of person. That is very true.
Yeah.
I was always, even whenever I was teaching massage, my biggest concern was making sure everyone felt safe in the space and was happy to be there. So
the cards are cool. Now you got me curious. I wonder what we are together. Hold on. I'm gonna do the partner card. So you can talk while we do this. I love doing these types of readings. So everybody,
there is a church, and Jason and I have thought about going.
What's the
There is a
church?
It's not like a normal praise Jesus kind of church.
Yeah.
It's also not a normal like Buddhist or it's not a.
It's not a temple or nothing like that.
Yeah, it's not. You're not going there to worship a deity. It's like I want to say it's almost in a sense like Scientology without being Scientology.
Yeah, I'm getting the vibe.
Self-improvement, self-love. Go be in the world in kindness, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if you're a Christian, if you're a Buddhist, if you're Muslim, or whatever you may be. The thing is, you're there in kindness and love.
Yeah. That's you.
So yeah, and it's actually the two people that really started it is a lesbian couple.
Where's that located?
It's here in Nashville. It's out in Brentwood.
Where about in Brentwood? Because I used to live near Brentwood. I'm just curious where it's like.
It's off of Franklin Road, I want to say.
Oh, so it's going more to. I know what that is because yeah.
Like if you were at Old Hickory, instead of turning left
Mm-hmm.
to go to where the Massage Envy is in Brentwood, you would turn right and go like away back toward Nashville.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's a big church. Jason and I went there on World Peace Day back in April I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
We went there, and it was kind of cool. They actually had massage therapists there doing massage. They had, I want to say they had a tarot reader there doing tarot, and they had someone there doing Reiki. So I mean, yeah, it was
So
cool.
so it's not by chance. That's you.
Yeah.
And let me further tell you what our card. This is why it makes sense. Let me tell you what our partner card is. What we do together. Our partner card is the 4 of diamonds. When I see the 4 of diamonds, because I'm actually in the process, everybody, of making my own cardology oracle cards, which have music and different types of people of all ethnicities, backgrounds, doing the actions that I described. Like Casey's card is a 10 of spades. Mine is a 7 of diamonds. You get to see the art behind this stuff. So our card, this is juicy. Our card is a 4 of diamonds. I call that the break the mold card. So when me and you, if you think back any of the stuff that me and you did together, we were breaking the mold. And to give you an idea of who this person, who else has this birth card, would be Whitney Houston.
Okay.
That's the type, because anytime you see the 4, it's a cube. It's a like this. But that 4 of diamonds is intended to get out of the box. Just like, to use her as an example, Whitney Houston had a breakthrough with her voice. She had to, even when she got in relationship with Bobby Brown, people were like, oh, you're not supposed to date that person. And then people even said she had a relationship with Robin. Like, just to use that. So she was breaking the mold because her mama said, you supposed to be gospel. You supposed to be all holy. She really was dating a woman, for all we know.
Right.
She was breaking the mold. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody who loves me. So that's us. So if we ever want to do anything together, and we have done stuff together, because, we were both supervisors at the massage bar. We broke the, because Lord knows we had to break the mold against Misty, didn't we?
Oh, Lord, girl. Oh, Lord.
That was our boss, everybody. Like,
she was something.
a
Let me
piece of
tell you.
work, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we love her like Misty. If Misty just only had to be my friend, she would be cool. But as a boss, I don't know.
Yeah. Everything was always so serious, and I don't know, like, it was crazy.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was just a
And
lot.
she was a mess. Oh my. Bless her.
You said bless her. We sound like real Southern people. Bless her
I know.
heart.
Exactly.
Just bless her heart.
Yeah.
Oh my
She
goodness.
it was always so serious, and a meeting every month for what?
For what?
What did we
Yeah.
have a meeting for? Or was it every week? I don't remember.
No,
now.
we ain't have no meeting every week. It was,
Every
the
month.
meetings were productive. We did get an opportunity because I will say this. So of course we had staff, everybody. We both massage therapists. You had staff who worked in the daytime, in the evening, and you may have missed something like, okay, this has been selling or whatever, or this person had a complaint or something. I don't know. We were able to communicate what was going on between the two stores or what the morning shift or the evening shift experience. So it was good in that respect. But didn't I tell you what happened? Or did I? I don't even know if I told you the specifics of how I quit. Did I tell you how I quit?
No.
I
'Cause
don't
I quit before you did. I don't remember. I think you and I quit right around the
It
same
was
time.
around the same. Let me tell you that story. So, okay, I remember it was September. Do you remember? It was September. I just said I'm supposed to quit because I knew I wanted to do my massage at my place in Murfreesboro full time. So it's like, I'm not giving Misty or the massage bar no 2 weeks notice. I'm just going to hand in my stuff. And do you know, the day I was going to quit, because you might remember, I don't know if you remember her name, Adora. I was
Yes.
supposed to, when I came in, I covered her shift. I said, I can't let her down. I agreed to cover her shift, so I got to go in for her. I'm going to work the shift, and then I'm going to leave. So the whole day, Casey, and I was there all day because I did my shift and then I did her shift. So I did like a split shift that day. I was there all day and I'm like, Misty, I need to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. She kept avoiding me for some reason.
And she knew.
Yeah, she knew. So she never, the whole day, Casey, she left the airport, never talked to me. So I ended up having to text her. I said, Misty, today's my last day. I'm putting my badge, the key, everything in your office. I had bought a change of clothes. I left my uniforms, my shirts, and it was done. She was pissed because I had to come back. I don't know, it was like 2 days later or the next week to the airport. And I was like, I need to meet you, Missy. Because it was something I needed to hand her from the store. I don't know what it was. It was some item, some artifact I needed to. She would not meet. She was like, she told me on the phone, or she's like, oh yeah, Elmira, I'll meet you out at the bay by the in front of the. Do you know I went to that bay? She was never there. I had to turn the thing in to the people at the bay. She avoided me the whole time. I don't know why. It's like why can't I quit?
Yeah.
This is
Well,
stupid.
I
You won't let me
was
quit.
in the massage bar every 3 months.
You did what about every 3 months?
I was telling her I was going to quit every 3 months.
And what did she say?
She was just like, okay. And then finally it got to the point to where she was like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. And then it wasn't until they had made the decision that they were going to shut the massage bar
Oh
down.
yeah, because Carrie, what's her name? Is it Carrie from
Yeah,
Seattle?
Carrie.
Yeah.
Well, Nashville, she only had Nashville and like one other airport at that point. And so it was time for renewal of the lease, and some management company was coming in, and they wanted some exorbitant amount of money in order for her to have her stores, and
Oh.
she couldn't afford it, so she decided to pull out. And they were talking about there was a competition between the massage bar and a company called Terminal Massage.
What is?
Um,
I don't even like that name. That sounds like you about
I
to
know.
die.
I know. I will never forget
Terminal
Misty telling me
massage.
that. I was like, Terminal Massage. That sounds like a nightmare.
Ah,
I don't know how you can relax with that, but
I know.
okay.
That's too. This is too much.
Yeah. So it was about a month before they were supposed to close. I went ahead. We had one meeting, or we had a meeting, and that's when I let everyone know that I had put in my notice, and I was like, but my notice has nothing to do with this at all. I had, put in my notice actually before, and the end of my 2 weeks was coming up. I wasn't going to give anybody. I wasn't going to tell any of the staff that I was leaving.
Yeah.
But I felt like at that point I needed to, because I didn't want them to think that I was just jumping ship because of this news.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, we did all that, but I was like, oh my Jesus, crazy. Yeah, but that was Misty. Like, I mean, she was very passive aggressive.
Yes.
She would never tell you exactly what she wanted, but yet she would get mad when she didn't get it.
Then you didn't do it. I'm like, well, what did you tell me? What you want me to do?
Right, exactly. And it's not, I mean, we were supervisors, but we had no, like, if we needed to do something, we still had to contact her in order to make the decision.
Right. Right. Well, we had a little bit of leeway on the weekend because nobody was there. But yeah, you're right. We
Right.
couldn't make no big decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a time in my life. It's
Yeah.
like, it's because,
I actually miss doing some chair massage. I wish there was a place, because, I really enjoyed doing chair massage, and now that I'm not doing massage at all. I'm maintaining my license, but I'm
Yeah.
not doing massage. Chair massage was something that I did truly enjoy doing. Um, I'm not doing my mobile office anymore. I still have the trailer, but I'm not running the mobile office anymore.
so what are you doing with the trailer then?
I've turned it into a camper. I pulled the massage table out, sold the
Oh,
massage table, and put a futon in there. So we
gotcha.
take it camping. Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing that. And then the other thing that I'm thinking about too is, right now I am back in school. I'm getting my bachelor's degree in health science.
Mm-hmm.
And that way I can get so right now I'm a medical laboratory technician, and once I get my degree in health science, I can sit for the credential to become a scientist of molecular biology.
Mm.
And so that's what I want to do. It's not necessarily going to give me a pay raise where I work, but it will open the door for other opportunities if I want, or need in the future.
And I'll tell you, to me, that's a good route to go, especially, with all the stuff coming on with AI.
Yeah.
With you being in the science space and having those particular skills, it's not like something artificial intelligence could take over your job. You know what I mean? It's
Right. So there's certain aspects where AI is coming in,
Mm-hmm.
but there's still, quite a bit that has to be done manually before the AI can even start doing its job.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
yeah. So
Speaking
I'm
of
excited
AI,
about
you
that.
can keep
And then-
talking. You can keep talking, Casey. Speaking of AI, Terrence, can you chime in for the people over on YouTube? Can you tell everybody what you've been seeing as the benefits of AI?
With one of the major benefits with AI is it helps with the tasks that you normally do on a daily basis, like checking email, having to do email replies. You can you can set it up to where it can draft emails for you, and you just have to read through and maybe make a few changes and send it.
Hmm.
Like if you have to reply to 25 emails today, but you know you got other things that you have to do, so you can just have it summarize and go through those emails and draft up a response, and you just go down the line, just proofread what it may have come up with and make the changes and send it. It just saves you so much time.
And what have you been doing? Because I know you do here at the house. You'll be at work and you'll use your AI tools to assist you during the day at the computer here. How are you? How did you set that up?
Actually, ChatGPT and Claude both have something. Uh, ChatGPT has a feature on the mobile app called Remote, so you can assign that to your home computer or laptop. And while you're at work, or if you're out at the grocery store and you there's something maybe you wanted to start working on before you get back home, or if you know you're going to be traveling and you're out with the family for the day, but there's a project that you may have seen online and you want to get started on it, you can have something going while you're away from your computer.
I find that cool because just last week I was here at home in between sessions and meetings and stuff. And I go in there, I'm like, why this computer moving? I seen stuff clicking and on the screen. I was like, he must be doing a remote computer thing. I said, what is happening?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's funny because it can search different websites for you and knows how to send out emails for you. Some people are able to day trade with it. It's able to trade stocks for
Mm.
them. And you can do other things like maintenance on your computer, like if you want to clean up your hard drive where you may have a lot of music or movies or something on it, and you just want to have it scanned for files that are corrupted or files that are duplicates, and it also can help you organize the folders. If you just have one big folder with a bunch of random files in it, it can sort through and organize by different categories, and yeah, it just helps to manage things a lot better.
Yeah, I like that. Can you tell the people, because that's like the main purpose we were on here. And then, of course, I was able to reconnect with KC too, of the World Family Experience coming up. How are you using your tech abilities and your music abilities for this event coming up on the 29th?
Um, well, for one thing, I used it to help me organize different playlists, or to
Oh,
add different songs to a playlist, and it helps to come up with different sequencing for the songs. It helps different suggestions how to transition from one genre of music to another one. And I even made my own custom app that can do that, and it also tracks like the top 10 lists from around the world, like Billboard top 10. Like you can keep up with the current songs.
yeah, that's what's a song since you just mentioned music? Hey everybody, I don't know who this is. CL, what's up? What's one song you know you're gonna play at the World Family Experience that you know everybody gonna want to hear?
Something new or
Just
something from
anything you think you're gonna play.
well, of course, somebody like Bruno Mars, pretty much any of his songs are known worldwide.
Yeah,
And
Uptown Funk or something like that.
yeah, that's a song that pretty much gets played just about anywhere you can think of.
Mm-hmm. Uptown Funk you up, say
And
Uptown Funk you up.
and of course, everybody knows Bad Bunny
Oh
So
yeah, he
he's
just
definitely a worldwide superstar.
yeah, he just did the Super Bowl. So mhm. Yeah, that's gonna be everybody come to the World Family Experience. It's on my TikTok, it's on my YouTube, it's on my Facebook, it's on my Instagram. Check it out. It's a virtual concert. We got musicians, poets, DJ T-Rexx, who you're listening to right now. Me, I'm gonna be singing. We got a 12-year-old performer. We got a poet from Wisconsin. We got another poet from St. Louis. We got people from North Carolina. It's just gonna be a world family. And the reason I'm putting it on, what you all may have heard, me and KC met as massage therapists. So I love helping people, like doing the healing. KC is doing the healing in another way now, like with all the molecular stuff and the research and the all the scientific. He's learning the in depth. Me, I'm doing like the spiritual thing, heart, heal the world type, getting people on the love front because it's too much hate. I don't like hate. I like love. I'm like, just love everybody. Can we all just get like to go back to something that cool Rodney King said years ago? Can we all just get along? Like stuff gets on my nerves when people divide on politics, they divide on race, they divide on sexual orientation, they divide on this. I'm like, I hate that type of stuff. And so for me, I just like bringing all kinds of people together because one of the things I dealt with was heartbreak, grief, breakups. My parents broke up when I was 5. I had a big breakup in '08. I had somebody sue me with my business. Okay, Casey know about that one too. That was a breakup. Like it be all kinds of stuff, y'all, that go on in your life, and you need a place to just I can let go. You ain't gotta worry about Trump. You ain't gotta worry about the war. You ain't gotta worry about is an earthquake coming. It's so much we can if we just focus on all the bad news, we can get off track. But this event coming up on August 29th, Saturday night, check it out. I want you to be there, for sure. Because that's what I'm doing as the executive producer. As I told y'all, we opened this up. We just had our meeting with the production staff and the artists, just making sure they're all ready. And she stumped everybody when she did her mic check. Her name is Keyshandra. Everybody was like, "Is that an angel? Is that a real life angel singing?" She not just, but she is a girl, young lady from Texas. But we all thought, oh, it was like the heavens opened up, and we was like, who was that just singing? So that's just an essence of what you're gonna get if that one person. And then we got James Hamilton, we got Elroy speaking, we got Orion, we got me, we got DJ T-Rexx. Who else we got? Oh, we got Cameron Galloway, who's a hip-hop artist. But it's our family coming to your family. You can bring everybody you want. DJ T-Rexx, you got anything to say to the people about, like, why did you decide to partner or join this event? Because you could have easily said no because you've never done anything like this.
I mean, it's a fun thing to do. Plus, I love music, so it's always fun to listen to the good music with other people.
hmm Do you have a favorite song? I don't know if I've ever asked you this. Do you have a favorite song?
Uh, I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite song, or hard for me to pick one.
What are you listening? What was the last thing you listened to? Maybe.
Uh, well, earlier today I was listening to I was listening to some Michael Jackson earlier. A couple songs. Remember the Time,
Hmm.
You Rock My World, Human Nature.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What do you like about human nature?
Well, the instruments, the yeah, I like the instrumental to that one. The words, and of course, seeing him perform it, it's like a that's like one of those special songs that stands out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good old MJ. It so happened we're doing this event on Michael Jackson's birthday. That was not planned. And to go back to KC's card, you a 10. 10 of spades. He a 10 of hearts. It's, yeah, these people who are 10. I found out somebody else, he's a rock. Actually, let me look him up. His card is today. He's a 10. He's a 10 of clubs like today. Let me find out what his name is. I think it's something Morrison. Uh, what is his name? OKC, have you been making I know the last time I saw you, you was making like glass blowing and all this type of stuff. Are you still doing that?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I go live on TikTok all the time doing stained glass. Now, because I work third shift, I do tend to go live at night.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll go live during the day on like a Saturday. Um, Saturday's my really only day off because, I like to do all the things. So I still drive a school bus. So I drive a school bus
Oh
during the day, and
yes,
then
you do that. Yeah.
yeah, and then I work in the lab third shift overnight. Um, so sleep is limited, and my time is limited in order to do stained glass. But and then it's now that I'm back in school as well, time is even more limited. But if you know the WN app, I
What's
do
that?
have a show coming up over on that app, September 5th,
What's
where I'll be.
WN?
Um, it starts with what and ends with not. I don't want to get you a R on here on TikTok for,
Oh,
whatever.
I'm with
So I'm
you.
trying to be discreet, but it starts with what and ends with not. And you can get all kinds of good stuff over there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I found out who it was. It's Patrick Morrissey is the person I was thinking about. He is the
Oh,
lead
okay.
singer of the Smiths. Like he was born on May 22nd, but he's a 10 of clubs. So his birth card. And the reason I'm bringing this up for everybody is when it comes to the cardology, you can use the energy of celebrities or well-known people for your good. If you know it's their birthday and you want to emulate something about them, you can do it on that day. So this guy, Morrissey, he was born May 22nd, 1959. If you're like, I just want to listen to some of his music, get into that vibe because you'll be able to have success on that particular day when you kind of celebrate their birthday. You just fall in line. So if you have there might be a reason. I'm just saying this to everybody. There might be a reason in the cards why you like certain artists or you like a certain sports star or you like a certain president. You can look at their card. All you got to do is get online and say, okay, what is Obama's birthday or something like that? And you're like, I like Obama. So then you're like, oh my gosh, Obama's a 5 of clubs. I'm a 5 of clubs too. So now you figure out, oh, that's why I have an affinity for this person. That's why we have these things in common. And then you can use, because when I do readings for people, it's not that you want to be like this person. They can also be a guide of what you want to avoid as well. So if you know, let me just use Beyonce as an example. Beyonce has the same birth card as me, which is a 7 of diamonds. I can look at Beyonce's life path, even though I'm older than her chronologically. I can still look at her life path to say, how did Beyonce handle fame? How did Beyonce handle this aspect of her life? How did this person? How did Taylor Swift? How did Steven Tyler handle this aspect of his life? Because I share the same card with him. You can do that. It's so that's what I love about the cardology. It's information. It's nothing but investigation and information that you can use to assist your life. Why not use everything possible that's at your leisure instead of I don't know what to do? Because sometimes we can be lost. We can say, I don't know how to handle my use people as guidance, right? Yeah, I mean that's why they're there.
100%.
That's what I think. What you have for dinner tonight, Casey? I know you be working and doing all the things.
Girl, I ain't ate nothing yet. I actually got on here getting ready to go find something to eat, and then found you and was, yeah.
You now you on here. Well, I'm about to get off because at 30 after, it's 8:30 there, 9:30 here in Georgia. I'm
Right.
gonna get off. Yeah, I ain't ate none. We went to this place. Oh, it was so good. We went to this place last night called Catch. They, oh, let me. Cyrus is on. Cyrus, come on the screen. We about to have. He gonna be on here for the last few minutes. That's my nephew. So we went to this place. Hey, Cyrus, we went to this place called Catch, and it's like a cocktail loungy place. But of course, we went in the afternoon, so we didn't get to do all the music and stuff. But I had fish. They had snapper, shrimp, and I got onion rings. I had a drink. Oh my gosh, that drink almost tore me down to the floor. I was like, what is this drink? It was Crown Royal. What was that? Crown Royal
Uh,
Apple? Some
yeah, the
kind of,
poison
it
apple.
was a lot of alcohol in that drink. They got good biscuits. They got cocoa cake. And then what's cool, they had a photographer come around to your table and take your picture, and then you could buy the picture. So we bought one of the
nice.
pictures. Yeah, it was. Atlanta has, just like Nashville, Atlanta has a lot of cool places to eat. That was my first time going there.
Nice.
Hey, Cyrus, what you doing?
I'm chilling with Anna.
How's she doing? With her dad, I know it's a tough time.
She's okay, but not okay.
Yeah.
Good. How are you?
Fine. We on here doing that because I'm going to be getting on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram every night to talk about the event on the
That's
29th.
fun.
Yeah. And you do know, I didn't tell you, but if you're not working or whatever, y'all still come to the thing on Saturday as long as you're up for it.
Okay.
I'll give you the
talk to her
link.
about it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
What you been doing
Good.
today?
Uh, I played drums at church, and then we had a church meeting after work. And believe me, that was no good. No bueno. As Mina likes to say, no bueno.
So you'll have to tell me about that offline.
That has to be offline thing.
Lord,
guess-
yeah. Just to give,
I guess when you get off here, I'll call you.
yeah, call me. But just to give y'all a little tidbit for the people listening in, this is my nephew, my oldest nephew, Cyrus. He's 21, y'all. I remember when I was rocking the baby. Is that Anna?
Yeah, it was her. Say hey.
But Anna, I'm telling the truth. That's his girlfriend, Anna. Yeah. I remember I was rocking the baby of him and his brother. They would used to come in my room and jump on my bed and do all kinds of little crazy stuff. Sing Michael Jackson. Just all the... It's so cool because Cyrus still has the same friend he had back in like... How long you known Wayne? Didn't you know Wayne since like you was 6 or something?
Yeah, so me and Wayne in the month of September will be friends for 19 years. Me and him be
That's
friends since kindergarten.
That's awesome. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Casey, him and Wayne is like this. All I've ever hear about is Wayne. Like,
Like, that's even though I do have a brother. Like me and my brother's relationship is different, but like me and Wayne, like we're inseparable type of situation. Like if he called, like now I wouldn't say when he calls me, I pick up immediately, but like I always check right back in with him. But like if he needs something, I got his back. Or I need, like, it's just vice versa with me and him. Like, but yeah, our friendship has been nothing but brotherhood. Sometimes brotherhoods they go tit for tat, but like we become stronger than ever, and there's much love into it. So like like you don't need your I always like to say that water is thicker than blood because like you don't always need your family there. It's mainly like the relationships you build with your friends or whoever. I mean, like, of course your family is going to be there, but like sometimes it's hard to go to your family. So you might want to build a relationship with this person and like see where this goes. But I'm so glad and thank God that I have a person like him because like he's seen me at my worst, like ups and downs, and he's seen me at my best. Like he saw me how happy I am when I met my girl. Like I was there for him when he met his girl. Like we're just there for each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, and KC, just people, if you were to meet Cyrus in person, Casey, he pretty much like me. He a male version. He taller than me. He way taller than me. But he basically, people think he's my son. I'm like, no, that's my sister's son. He not my son. That ain't me. I ain't birthed him.
I've always had an interest, like all my aunts and uncle, like I always like build a relationship, but like I feel like with me and Aunt Rhea, like our relationship is a little closer than everybody else, because she was one of I think he was either the last one to move out or one of the last ones to move out of grandma's house, but when I was younger. So like she was a little bit there longer than everybody else was. Not saying that I didn't have them, but she was one of the last to move out of grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
And like when she did go to Nashville, right? I don't want to say it wrong. When you would move to Tennessee, right? Was it Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah.
And like when she comes down to visit, and she would tell me all these like interesting stories or how her business is going, like. I always was so interested in like the stories that she come back and told me and my brother because like I was excited. Like my mom would always tell me and my brother like when she would come and visit and like she would allow us to stay up a little longer than we were supposed to on a school night because one, we know we was going to hear excellent stories or she went out somewhere and she did this or did that, like she would show us pictures what she's done or the friends that she has met, like and the bond that she built there. And now she's in Atlanta, so I'll be seeing some of the stuff that she be doing. It's pretty. She's a very adventurous. Like she likes to do a lot of adventures.
I will agree with that 100%.
Yeah, Casey no, and Terrence no.
Yeah, like oh, Terrence is there.
Yeah, say hey.
Hi, Terrence.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
I'm okay. How you been?
Been doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good. I gotta laugh with him again.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, so Cyrus, you said something because I was about to get off of here, but now that you on here, we can chat a little bit.
Of course.
Remember, just for all of you, this is my nephew again. Remember when I took you on that trip to Miami? Y'all, I took Cyrus to Miami. You was 12, right?
I believe so. I believe I was 12.
Imagine if you got to go to Miami when you was 12. It was everybody on the beach with their bodies and,
Yeah.
I was that way. My mom took me to, that was the first time I ever seen a gay couple, to be honest.
yeah.
Was South Beach in Miami. Yeah. that was a shock because I grew up in Podunk, Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
You don't see that stuff.
Yeah, you gonna see everything in Miami. Like you said, you saw the gay couple, you gonna see somebody with a string bikini, you gonna see this, you gonna see that.
Yeah,
So
I saw interesting things in Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
Not expecting, I should say.
Exactly.
And
Old grandma
he,
sitting down on the beach with no top on, and you're like,
oh.
That's not right.
yeah.
That's crazy. Oh God. Imagine like a kid just walk. What is those?
Yeah. And because she lived in Miami, she had that leather skin.
Oh no, stop.
Yeah, it was.
I
it
don't
was
even,
bad.
I can't imagine.
I remember I grabbed my mom and I was like, Mom, that woman ain't got a top on. She goes, yeah, this is the topless beach. And I was like, what? Why would you bring me here?
Do you know, Casey, in Nashville? Well, matter of fact, in Murfreesboro, do you know there's a nudist camp?
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, you been? I discovered it delivering Instacart because I had to deliver Instacart. I said, wait a minute, how did I not know about this?
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually been there.
What'd you do there?
Well, I didn't do much because let me tell you, it ain't nothing but a bunch of old people.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
So it was kind of crazy. I went with a coworker and her husband, and that was awkward in and of itself. And then it was my first time there, so would y'all want to stay in or stay out? One of the two.
You must be talking to the dogs.
Yeah, so Jason and I, we bought a new house, and we used to have a doggy.
So
door,
are
and
you
we just go
are
live
you
in that.
still in Laverne or somewhere else?
No, we've moved into Smyrna now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but what was I talking about?
You said how you went to that nudist camp with the
Oh.
coworker and husband.
So they had to do something, and so they were like, "Park your car here. We'll come back and get you in just a second." And I was like, "Okay, cool," because whenever you get there, you have to go in and register and all that. And because they were members, they were able to get me in for free. So I was like, "Okay, perfect. Fun, whatever." So I sat in my car, and we had stopped at McDonald's before going there, and so I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and start eating. So I start eating, and then all of a sudden I caught this thing out the corner of my eye. So me thinking it was them, I look up. No, it was some old guy running, and his was just sitting there knocking rocks out of the way. And I was like, oh my God. So I immediately looked back down. And then the next thing I hear is a knock on my window, and I look over, and there's my friend, no clothes on, and I'm like, and so then I get out of my car, and she's like, all right, let's do it. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I think I'm going to leave. She goes, no, the hell you're not. You're going to do this. And so, yeah. So the whole time, it was her and her husband, and then this other guy, and yeah, they were showing me around. It's a really big park.
Yeah, it looked huge because I met the person at the gate. I met the lady at the gate to deliver her groceries. So I didn't even know it was back there.
Yeah, it's like 100 acres, I want to say. It's a really big park.
You'll never catch me in one of those places.
Oh, you not going, Cyrus?
Oh, wow, no. I'm going
I will
to drink
say,
holy
so
water.
I will say they're the ones that are in Florida are a little bit better because they're, people that are younger.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Murfreesboro, I don't like. I've only been there once. I will never go back. That one is family friendly. So, like, if you have kids, you can bring your kids with you. And I'm sorry, I just don't want to do that around kids.
Yeah.
So that's not me. But, for families, that's great. That's a safe space for them to be able to do that, whatever. I think that the atmosphere at a resort in Florida would be a lot better. Just because you would be around people your age who are more like-minded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I will say, have you ever went to a resort like that, Elmira?
No, you mean like a nudist resort or?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Mm-mm.
Okay, so I will tell you, like, your initial, when you get there and that initial undress, right? You're like, oh my God, people are going to look at me, look at my body, they're going to point, they're going to laugh, they're going to make fun, whatever. But then, whenever you go out and you're around people, you'll notice even yourself, yeah, you might take a glance here and there, but for the most part, it's normal because everybody is undressed. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not just you. Everybody is
Yeah.
undressed. And so it takes out the social norms. Now I'm looking at you and your body. I don't know if you're a millionaire or if you are a homeless person on the side of the street.
True.
So, because we're all in our most exposed state, and everybody is super friendly. Everyone's very talkative. They're very welcoming. Like it's I don't know. I really enjoyed my time being at the one in Murfreesboro. Granted, I will say when I was there were no kids because it was a school day.
Yeah.
So, it was great, but yeah. If I would,
I mean, that would I wouldn't mind doing it. I always told Tanya. Always told
Yeah.
Tanya Ellis. I was like, that would be so cool. Like I wouldn't. I mean, I just never had the opportunity. Yeah, Terrence, you trying to go?
Right.
What? I don't know about all
You
that.
know, he not trying to go.
Hey Terrence, hey, look here, man, don't go. Don't go.
You telling him not to go?
Don't go. Hey, Mikey.
I will say that, here talking about it, most of the time, the first thing that comes to your mind is that three-letter word that starts with an S.
Yes.
But when you're actually there, that is the farthest thing from your mind. Like you don't even think about it. Because everybody is undressed and I don't know, it's one of those situations where like, yeah, your clothes are on, like for guys, your clothes are on, you see a pretty girl and that thing kind of gets a little twitch. When you're there, because you're fully
He said,
exposed, that thing don't even get a twitch. So, yeah, it's...
Yeah, because as you're describing it now, the way I see it is like if I'm at work and everybody's in a uniform, ain't nobody looking because we all in red shirts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same. Okay, I see some chest, some pecs, some nipples.
Right.
No, you
It's
couldn't
just,
pay me. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me good enough to do that.
oh, you couldn't be paid to.
Nah, you couldn't pay me enough to go there. No. See, there's a difference going to a nude beach. That's different. Like, that's different. But like, you're talking about a public place, you just gotta see there's nothing but yeah, nah.
Wait, what do you feel is the difference? I'm interested. I'm asking genuinely. I'm not.
Okay, so like, I feel like when you go to nude beaches, like, you're gonna see things that you're not used to seeing, of course, because like, you've never been to one. And then, like, maybe, like, I feel like it's just a difference. Like, it's the summertime, you're trying to get that good tan. But you, like, not saying, like, it's basically, like, when I hear something like that, it sounds like a community of people. Like, those are people that you might see every day if you live there. And I'm like, oh, no.
Typically, they are communities. Yeah.
See?
You're right.
Yeah, see? So, like, when I think about a beach, like, okay, these people just out here getting a nice tan, having a good time. They ain't gonna be out here for a very long time. What you're talking about is just people that just butt booty naked and just don't,
Yeah, they don't want to wear clothes all the time.
They just afraid of it. Like,
They want to come home from work.
I'm
get
gonna
undressed
end the
and-
YouTube, y'all. So
Eventually-
YouTube people, I see you joined over on TikTok. I'm gonna end YouTube.
eventually, people at the nude beach are gonna put the clothes back on because, like, they gotta go somewhere. Like they're going back to their vehicles or whatever. Like they put